We got about 5 minutes. First of all, great job, huh? Come on, give it up. I love the MSU cymbal influence that we have here. I want to talk about that real quick. To have this different voice to be able to use compared to a lot of the drum lines, what they're doing. First of all, it's a great voice to listen to, but more importantly, it's a really cool thing to check out. How many people watch the cymbals more than anybody else? Yeah. Because they move, they do stuff. And I love the one stick. You guys ever use the left hand for anything? Yeah, we got to work on that so we get more balanced. But just having the option to play cymbal rides, for those of us that go back a few decades or whatever, a lot of the music used to be written with a cymbal line for the snare line, and the cymbals would always stand in front of the snares and hold their cymbals out, and it's probably the ugliest form you've ever seen on a football field. Nowadays, by having cymbals that can actually play something with their right hand, it's a good way to be able to do that and still look cool, and just a different way to do it, and it still opens up that snare voice to play some stuff too, so that's a very good thing, and keep doing what you guys are doing. Okay, we're going to talk some basics. Snares. Let me hear the first thing you guys play, just your hand in the hand exercise. Or whatever you call it. Just snares. How many people hear a difference in sound from the right hand to the left hand? Now that you're thinking about that, play it again. Play it again, same thing. Just one time. Now, did you guys play that differently than you did the first time? It sounded different. It sounds like you were thinking about that left hand going, oh, he just busted us. We got to get that better sound out of our left hand. And you did, which is a good thing. But you got to think about that all the time. Because the first time it was a nice full sound with the right hand, the left hand was thin. Okay? And a lot of that's just the angle of the stick. You guys see that difference out there? It's really bad right here on top of the drum. But out there, you should be able to hear that too. When the stick is, sticks are designed one way, and that is for the beat of the beat to hit the drum in the right spot. And so by changing your angle, and especially with this crazy form we have with traditional grip with the left hand for snare drummers, it's easy to play it too high. And when you play it too high, you're gonna get that thin sound. As opposed to, and that's just maybe 2 inches lowering my hand a little bit. Okay? And I'm getting real real picky with these guys because they're good and we can. All right, a lot of drum lines don't have to worry about that because they're trying to figure out, play 16th notes together, let's start there. But these guys are definitely advanced enough where you guys gotta start thinking about your quality of sound from hand to hand. It should match better, okay? Especially with the snare voice because we hold the stick really crazy in that left hand like us snare drummers like to do. So work on that, guys, and always think that, not just when Scott busts you on it and says, let's have a better sound on that left hand. One thing also to notice is, which I recommend for every drum line, the bass line, when they're playing the exercises with the drums, with the rest of the battery, they're playing unison stuff, like 8 of a hand, for example, but then they also split stuff up. So you're always doing unison split. Do you guys do that with every exercise? Close enough to every exercise? A lot of them. Which is good because, when you get to your music, a lot of the bass music is written as split parts. There is some unison stuff, and most of it's split. So the more you do that in the exercise program, the better it's going to be for the music. All right? So keep doing what you guys are doing on that, because the more splits you guys do, the easier it's going to be when you get the music. Play that modulation exercise you guys did. Can you take just that section? Da, 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 something. Da, 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 da. I don't know, I'm making stuff up now. You know what I'm talking about? Cool. What's the best part of that exercise? Anybody out there? What's the best part? What do you think? What's that? No duts. Huh? Most drum lines, when they play that, it'd be 1, 2, ready, go. Dut, 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 dut. What the hell is a dut? That's the most unmusical term known to mankind, and I know we all use them, all right? But I'm pointing this out because thank you for not using duts for that. Relax, you guys scared me. Yeah. When a judge, when an audience member, when I always use mom and dad as a good example, when they're in the audience, a good example, my sisters were at a rehearsal with Blue Devils one time, and we had our Dr. Beat on. You know, for those of us who rehearse with a Dr. Beat, know that it's constantly, 24/7, that's all you hear during drum corps season / marching band season / whatever, because that's the best tool we have to keep tempo. But you don't realize that most people don't see that in a performance situation, which my sisters usually just saw performances. They came to rehearsal, and my sister came up to me, she goes, "What is that annoying sound? Turn that off." I'm like, what are you talking about? I had no idea what she was talking about, because I'm used to it. But then you think about an average person watching a drum line / a marching band / a drum corps, you name it. By hearing duts, we kind of think it's okay. In the audience, you hear a drum line go, dut, 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 dut. They start playing, you go, yeah, that's cool. No, it's not. It's terrible. Unless you're doing a show titled Duts, don't let the audience hear them, okay? We use them on the field for timing, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in my clinic portion of the clinic here. But I wanted to point that out because I was happy these guys didn't have to use duts, and they're relying on tempo with the feet to be able to play that exercise. You guys do that on the grass too, where you can't hit your feet, I assume? Do you use duts there? Good answer. Good, yeah, because it's definitely an internal tempo thing that you have to do, and I like the fact that they didn't have to use duts. And if I was judging, I'd give them bonus points for not having to use vocals to get attacks and stuff like that. All right, so one more round of applause. I thought they did a great job. Do you guys use the Dr. Beat when you rehearse? Do you use the Dr. Beat for exercises when you rehearse most of the time? Good. Do you use it for your roll exercise? I bet you the Dr. Beat usually speeds up, doesn't it? Because right now, every time you guys hit a roll, especially when you're doing the roll exercise, the diddles were definitely dragging a little bit. Coming back up on the check and then back down again. All right, so just keep that muscle memory, keep that hand speed, use the Dr. Beat more for rehearsals, obviously. But I just wanted to point that out because that's probably the only negative thing I found for you guys. But other than that, man, I bet they're jamming. Simple line, you're winning so far. Nice job. I'm out. Nice job, guys.